It's time to get the entry of these homes looking amazing.
With epic stone features going floor to ceiling, we have arch windows flooding natural light through the homes. When designing these homes, it's always on the forefront of our mind to connect those indoor and outdoor spaces.
It's a great way to create the flow from the inside all the way out, and on this build we're doing that with the stone.
Our stonemason Gary has got his work cut out for him, but thank God he's here because there's probably somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 single pieces of stone that get laid in this build.
So much work, but it is going to be worth it. What I love about this stone is there's so much variation in the shape and the thickness. So when it's on the wall, it's actually going to look really rough and textured.
Look at this bit. Look how thick that is. We're talking like 100 mil thick almost there.
Yeah, so basically the thickness variations mean that once it's on the wall, it's going to look super textured. It's definitely going to be one of those walls that you're going to walk straight over to and want to have a touch and a feel. There's also a lot of variation in the colour of the stone, so I'll try and find you some examples.
I like these bits. How they're kind of like, they're a bit different. They're kind of like all rocky and, you know, rocky. You get that honeycomb look that travertine naturally has, but then you also get some smooth bits. So it's gonna look really cool. You know, all these masonry walls, well, this one in particular in the middle is gonna get all covered up. So all the way up, and then it goes inside. Front door is actually here, and then this stone's going to pass all the way up to the roof line up there. So we're talking like a 7 metre high wall there.
It's going to be a really nice connection from the outdoors to the indoors. So this stone wall will lead you in, and then internally that far back wall will be stone as well. So at each point of the house, exterior and interior, and then out the back, there's that stone linking the project together.
Actually forgot about that back wall being in stone.
There's a lot.
Might have to order some more.
Hence why Gary's starting today.
Got Gary all sorted. He's going to be chipping away at the stone, which means we can get started on those media rooms. So we're installing our wide line windows with those beautiful black frames, and once they're in, we can get started on the gyprock. Gary's definitely making some headway with the stone, and we can see the impact that it's starting to have.
It definitely helps to draw you into the home, which is what we intended.
But the reality of it is it's a lot to do and it's taking some time.
Labour intensive and expensive, but worth it.
It's gonna look amazing. At the front of these builds, we'd always planned to do a feature window. So we're doing a nice arch window, which will help tie in with the curves of the home.
Not only that, it will also help with the street appeal. These are going to be such a big feature from the facade.
And because they are oversized, they're going to capture all that morning light. Throughout the home, we've prepped with Taubman's 3-in-1, and then all the walls will use Endure.
The Endure range is great because it's asthma and allergy friendly, it inhibits mold growth, and it's easy to clean. I'm on a mission today to choose some colour. So it's a Friday, colourful day, and I have basically got all these paint samples, all Taubman's colours, and I'm going to just start going room by room, hanging up the samples and locking in some colour. So I'm standing in the media room of House 1, and we have a big, beautiful sandy couch in here, and I'm going to play on that and sort of make this whole room tonal based on the sandy coloured couch. This is Taubman's Fossil Find. It's a bit grayer. This is Fawn Beige, and I think this is probably the most sandy out of the three now that I've got them up in the room. And this is Taubman's Teddy, and it has a slight, very slight green undertone, which I don't mind, but I am leaning towards this middle one, Fawn Beige. And the other thing I wanted to toss up in this room is whether we paint the ceiling in the same colour as well. I wouldn't do that everywhere, but this is a media room, and I want people to walk in and just feel like they're walking into a hug, like big comfy couch, really moody space, just super relaxed and warm.
I'll be honest, I really am in two minds about painting colour on the ceilings. I don't think the room is quite big enough to do that.
Yeah, but we're playing on the scale in this room. You want to feel cozy and warm when you walk in. And plus we all know what I say when it comes to colour goes anyway. You can do the build, I'll do the styling. Over in House 2 Media Room, one of our key features is going to be this rug. But I'm not going to put it on the floor. This is actually going to be hung on the wall. This is the inspiration for the colour right here. So I've used the Colorsmith app and I've taken a picture of this green and then I've tweaked it a bit to suit the wall. So
This green?
yeah.
You're painting the walls this green?
You trust me, don't
And
you?
the ceiling.
You trust me, don't you?
And the ceiling in that?
No, I've tweaked the green. It's not as
You didn't want to go the other more
mushy piece.
less polarizing side of the rug, this colour?
Less polarizing is boring. Like people are gonna walk into this room and go, I love it.
People are going to walk into this room and go, I think I might have peas on my steak tonight.
I'm keeping the entryway of both homes consistent. They'll feature the same flooring and that same beautiful stone that leads you in. And I'm going to mix up the finishes with the micro cement, the styling and the artwork. Overall, when you walk into both media rooms, I want you to feel like you have had a big warm hug, but they are going to look dramatically different and I'm going to do that with the colour. So in House 1, we'll be painting the walls and the ceiling with Taubman's Fawn Beige, and we'll be styling with much of the same colour, but with lots of different texture. Over in House 2, we'll be painting the walls with this gorgeous gum colour and the ceiling, I might add. And we have this amazing feature leather couch. And I have this gorgeous textural rug that we're not going to put on the floor, we're actually going to hang that on the wall. I think laundries can often be the forgotten room in the house, but they are actually such an important part of any home. And most people spend a lot of time in there, particularly if you have kids.
So why not make them beautiful and functional?
Here we are in House 1 Laundry, the silent achiever out of the whole build because it's been ticking away, getting done without too much effort from us. The tilers just finished the splashback, travertine tiles from Beaumont's. We have the Taj Mahal stone that is going in the kitchen and the champagne tapware, an epic combo and perfect for House 1. We have this satin Polytech cabinetry that has gone in and we've just installed the Samsung Bespoke washer and dryer. These are epic, I have them at home. They have 5 different sensors in here that will automatically detect what's in there and adjust the wash accordingly, which ultimately will save time and energy. I'll show you what's happening in House 2. House 2 Laundry. I love that even though it is just a laundry, it has so much personality. It really does say House 2. Darker cabinetry, these gorgeous 130 by 130 cinnamon stick tiles and the copper tapware. We have paired this with the same stone that we're doing in the kitchen of this house, which is the Cosentino Sensor Vancouver, and a black fluted sink. We have the black washer and dryer in here too. And one thing I didn't mention in the last house was that these have auto dispense technology. So you put your fabric softener and your detergent in there at the start of the month and you literally don't have to worry about it again. It will automatically dispense for each wash. A little time-saving hack from one mum.
The technology with the Samsung washer and dryer, they're pretty epic, so I'm excited to get the laundry done.
Hallelujah, thank you Samsung.
You're welcome.
And how good's the little jingle at the end?
Internal stonework is literally going from floor to ceiling. It's good to see Gary getting up there and making some height.
Gary's Great Wall of Stone, it is such a big feature.
As much as I love this stone, we have to literally pick a point to stop with the stone.
Otherwise we might be here for another 10 years.
So we're doing an amazing micro cement finish where the stone stops down the rest of the hallway.
So micro cement is as it sounds, it's a micro cement. It's like a render finish that has this beautiful soft texture through it, and I feel like it's the great way to go from that really textured stone down the hallway. Put a lot of love into the entryways of these homes and we want people to feel blown away before they even step inside. These entryways are identical home to home, and that is because we wanted to make sure the build looked cohesive from the exterior.
One of the things that you see when you first walk in is this amazing oversized Corinthian oak door, which just complements that whole size and the scale of that entryway perfectly.
The warmth of that timber really does capture your eye colour-wise, but it's not until you get closer and you see that beautiful stone wall that you really realise how amazing this entryway is.
Alongside our statement front door, we have this highlight which you can see the stone from the outside traversing through to the inside, and it goes all the way from the floor to the ceiling up through this beautiful big void.
It really does capture your eye as you walk in the front door. You can't help but look up.
I think the linen lanterns are a great addition to soften the harshness and the rawness of that feature stone.
The natural light in these entryways is stunning. We have those Velux skylights above, and we have this statement wide line arch window.
We have the beautiful rugged stone, and to help that transition and that texture flow through, we've opted for an amazing micro cement with a beautiful pitting and a colour scheme that helps complement the entire home.
The entryway is the first time you get to really see the difference in the two homes and the styling, and it really sets the tone for each house. So in house one, we have this soft white ceramic light and this marble console. It's a bit more refined in look. And in house two, we have this rustic timber light and this recycled timber table, and that again sets the tone for house two.
Leading you into the House 1 media room, we've opted for these amazing Corinthian doors, and they're the Manhattan doors. They're glass, you can see through them, but they have this really subtle black frame all the way around.
Because we've chosen to do black window frames throughout the home, these doors are a really nice touch that helps to tie that all together. I really wanted you to walk in and feel completely cozy and at ease in these spaces, and to do that we've used colour on both the walls and the ceiling. I've chosen Taubman's Fawn Beige. It's this gorgeous sandy colour, and it works really well with the coastal palette of House 1.
In these media rooms, we have black corner wide line windows, and I've also dropped the ceiling so that our curtains and blinds appear as they cascade out of the ceiling.
Because this is a media room, we have chosen block out blinds that can be drawn to keep the room really dark. And then we have these gorgeous sheers that help to soften the space. And the colour of these is June, which is so fitting for the colour palette in this space. We have the Hugo Marla corner sofa from Globe West. It's in the Copeland honey fabric, and it's the perfect colour choice for the tones in this room.
You won't find any TVs in these media rooms, but you will find a very smart, very sleek Premiere projector by Samsung.
The great thing about this projector is that it doesn't need any mounting. You can place directly on any surface, and it has this sleek round design which works perfectly with our aesthetic.
With everything that you'd expect from a smart TV, the projector has your streaming platforms, your apps, as well as free to air. The Manhattan barn doors lead you into the media room of House 2, and this is something quite different.
This olive colour palette is a little bit unique to our light, bright coastal style, and I love that we have completely embraced the colour from the walls all the way up the ceiling, creating a real dark and moody vibe.
I had my doubts with the colour, but I think you've definitely won me over.
Styling wise, I've used an oversized olive rug which works tonally with the wall colour, and then we've contrasted this with this statement leather sofa.
Overall, the media room of House 2 is quite dark, and I feel like we've embraced that with the colour palette and the furniture, and it looks like such a beautiful and cozy, inviting space that you can just sit back, relax and binge on your favourite shows.
Again, we have the block out blinds and then the soft sheers over. These are the illusion fabric in the colour linen. So in House 1, we have the lighter colour cabinetry, the Taj Mahal bench top and the travertine splashback.
These laundries are really cool. I'm loving the fluted basin and the champagne tapware.
And the pull-out carriers, which is great for sorting your laundry. The true workhorse of these laundries is the Samsung Bespoke washer and dryer. In House 1, we've chosen the white finish, and in contrast, in House 2, we've chosen the black.
The Bespoke washer and dryer are actually really cool. Once they're connected to the SmartThings app, you can start and stop your washing from anywhere. The dark timber look cabinetry ties in perfectly with the Vancouver stone benchtop, and for our splashback, we've used cinnamon stick tiles from Beaumont's.
And I love how that copper tapware pops against those tiles and the darker cabinetry.
Coming up next on Bay Builds is the hub of the home, the kitchen, living and dining.
We've experimented with some new finishes and it has completely paid off.
These are absolutely stunning. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out.